Hi, my name is Emily Mason, founder and CEO of iDia Devices, and welcome back to Series B funding. First, I'd like to give you a summary of the progress we've made during Series A funding, and then I will discuss where we stand as well as some of the Series B offers that we have to consider. So, as you know, iDia's UTI test is a device that analyzes a urine sample using microscopic image segmentation and correlation algorithms, and this quickly and accurately diagnoses the patient suffering from a UTI, thereby saving doctors and millions of patients time and money compared to the current techniques being used to diagnose UTIs. So I'm very excited to announce that iDia has used our Series A funding to develop a working prototype. This prototype has been thoroughly tested and is providing accurate results in less than 2 minutes. This is a breakthrough in the urology field, and we are very excited about the strength of iDia's first product. Our prototype is ready to go to the market, and that is why I'm here today asking for another round of funding. So next I'll discuss where we stand with the FDA, as well as an issue that we're facing, and then we will discuss Series B options. So the UTI test is classified as an FDA Class 1 General Controls device under Part 864 Hematology and Pathology, Subpart D Pathology Instrumentation and Accessories, Section 3600 Microscopes and Accessories. Because the UTI test is a Class 1 device, we were exempt from 510K pre-market notification procedures, as well as good manufacturing practice requirements of quality systems regulations. Instead, we are required by the FDA to register our company and device, which we completed earlier this year. We must manufacture under a quality assurance program and provide documentation to the FDA that our device is suitable for intended use, which we have done and will continue to do. In the past 6 months, upon completion of the prototype, iDia has begun marketing our device to several regional doctors. We've developed a website, and we've attended several conferences and visited several doctors. Our promise is that the UTI test is coming soon. We are ready and excited about manufacturing and have already identified the company in which we will outsource our manufacturing needs. Prices and completion dates have been negotiated, and we are very, very close to launching the next, most exciting phase of our company, in which our team will begin to see what compensation is going to look like for the hard work and dedication to the UTI test. So before we get started discussing our options, however, I do want to disclose one negative issue that we're facing. It's been brought to my attention recently that Johnson & Johnson has learned about our device, and they feel that it is too similar to one of their diagnostic devices. We haven't heard much more from them, other than some looming threats that they might pursue further investigation. So, while there are some similarities in design and utilization of microscopic imaging, we don't believe that Johnson & Johnson's claim would hold up because we do have patents on our design and of the utilization of correlation algorithms applied to a microscopic image for the purposes of identifying unwanted bacteria in a urine sample. So that is our patented technology, and it was patented before we sought a VC funding in Series A. We worked with several high-tech manufacturing and IP mentors as well as a patent attorney when developing the UTI test, and we would have never developed the prototype in the first place if we hadn't felt confident of the authenticity of our device and our technology, which were later verified by a granting of 3 patents, which we received just shortly before approaching our first VC in 2009. Therefore, if Johnson & Johnson were to pursue any kind of lawsuit, we feel strongly that no claim would hold up in a court of law. Our IP is most definitely protected and authentic. Our design, although similar, is different. Our technology is most definitely different. And in fact, our ability to accurately diagnose patients is faster and better than Johnson & Johnson's device. So I want to assure you today that despite this potential crisis, that iDia is not worrying in terms of long-term success and profit. And we believe in our team, our investors, and we will fight for our right to manufacture and market the UTI test if needed. So, now the exciting part. iDia is currently valued around $2 million, and we are seeking another $3 million for manufacturing and marketing in Series B. In exchange, we're willing to offer 40% equity and that is a 7.5 million post-money valuation, equal to about 1,500 units in sales, which we believe we will more than make up for in the next couple of years. So iDia is discussing 3 options to fund this next stage of our company's life. So our first option is with BD Biosciences. They're a worldwide leader and provider in diagnostic research tools, and they are offering iDia $2 million for 30% of the company in exchange for exclusive worldwide rights with a 20% royalty payment for a 5-year deal. Our second option is with a large VC firm with experience. They're offering iDia $3 million, but they are requiring a new CEO and 50% equity, but they're willing to vest our stock now. Finally, Jerry, our banker, has offered an 8% loan of $1 million with a 2-year payback covered by 10% warrants. And iDia is excited to announce that we will be accepting the deal with BD Biosciences into a license agreement if they are willing to negotiate on a couple terms, and I'll now discuss the reasons why. So licensing out the UTI test will be an effective strategic alignment for global commercialization. BD Biosciences is an established, well-known, growing company worth $7.7 billion that sells similar products in over 50 countries worldwide. So this partnership will open many doors for iDia in places that would take years to make connections otherwise. While the downside is that we are giving up exclusive rights and part of our profit, we will generate far more revenue in this partnership than we would alone or with the two other options. So iDia is a small company residing in a small city in Alabama. So marketing our product in other parts of the U.S. and throughout the world is going to be challenging. But in partnering with BD, even a fraction of our profits will astronomically outweigh our profit without partnering with a world leader in our field. So this partnership will also be the best protection, we believe, for our product in the case of an IP hassle with Johnson & Johnson. If by some chance we are one day forbid to sell in the U.S., then BD could perhaps market the UTI test in many other countries throughout the world. At least that's an avenue that we would consider. So BD's valuation is not much lower than what we are asking for. It's close to about $6.5 million, but considering the looming IP hassle with Johnson & Johnson, we are going to have to ask for a little more than $2 million from them. So we will negotiate with them on some terms. iDia will accept their offer of $2 million in exclusive rights with a 20% royalty payment for 5 years if they agree to a $1 million sign-on fee, which we will use to further protect our IP. And we also want royalties based on sale price, not profit, since profit is easy to manipulate. And finally, we expect that BD would be compliant to a monitoring system, including audits and reviews, to ensure that both of us are receiving the royalties that we are due. So in exchange for these terms, we will offer BD 40% of equity rather than the 30% that they asked for. Finally, I do want to explain why we did not take the VC or the bank's offers. The VC firm is offering $3 million for 50% is requiring a new CEO, which is not something iDia wants. Our team feels confident in my position as iDia's CEO, and we are proud of the strides we've made together in creating an effective, efficient prototype. So they're also asking for 50% of equity, which is a low valuation and gives up a lot of control of our company. While they may have more money to invest in the future, which would be a good thing, they do not offer what BD does in terms of the marketing and global expansion and the connections. So we will not be going with the VC's offer. Finally, we have Jerry, our banker. The appeal of his deal of an 8% loan for $1 million is that we would keep a lot more control of our company, which would be great, but we are not really interested in the 2-year payback. It's a very quick amount of time, and we do not have positive cash flow yet. So we feel like with the looming IP issue, if it were to become a reality, we had some problems, then it has the potential to slow things down and cost money. So there's just too much risk in taking on this debt without an existing cash flow. Jerry's offer also is pretty low considering what we're asking for. We asked for $2 million. He's only offering. We asked for $3 million. He's only offering $1 million. And if we were to accept his offer instead of BD's, we would lose out on the potential of global commercialization, like BD is offering us today. We might get there one day, but it would take a while, and we'd be left to make our own connections with doctors and hospitals throughout the world if we wanted that. So, to review, iDia would gladly like to accept the 5-year deal with BD Biosciences for $2 million in exchange for 40% of the company, exclusive worldwide rights, and a 20% royalty payment if they are willing to pay a $1 million sign-on fee, calculate royalties based on price, on sale price of the UTI test, and comply with a monitoring system which we will put in place. We are very excited about entering into a licensing agreement with BD if they're willing to accept our terms. Our goal is to get our device into as many hospitals and doctors' offices as possible so that hopefully millions of patients can receive fast, accurate diagnosis for UTIs. And this will lead to much less time spent in pain and discomfort, and just a quicker trip to the pharmacy, a lot more time saved for doctors to do other things, and if this were happening all over the world, we think that would be a really great thing. So we think global commercialization is a great opportunity, and iDia and BD together in this is something we're very excited about. I'd like to thank you for your time today, and this concludes today's presentation on iDia's Series B funding. Thanks.